What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. This is a Sunday sports edition. We are we got some big topics to cover today. We're gonna talk about this blockbuster trade with the Lakers and the Mavericks. I got my guy Clayton on here. Then I got man. We trying to get Tump back in. I don't know what happened to Tump, but I'm gonna do a mic check real quick. Oh, okay, yeah, we good on the sound. But yeah, so we was talking a little bit before we went live, right? What you, did was y'all was caught off guard by this trade?
I
Uh,
was.
I wasn't. I
Yeah,
wasn't. I said this early in the year. For the Lakers can get top dollar for Anthony Davis, and you trade him while you can get top dollar for him, because the Lakers didn't look like they was going to do much of anything.
Mm.
And damn if the Lakers didn't get one of the best trades that you've seen in a long time in the NBA.
yeah, yeah.
Why
I'm
do why do you think that's the best trade? Like, why do you think that? Because Luca can
Hey,
score.
right. I mean, let's be honest with it now. Luka's probably one of the top superstars, one of the top five players in the NBA right now. I mean, yes, he may be down right now, and he may be inactive, but he's still one of the top five players in the NBA.
Mhm.
All
That's
right.
good.
Mhm. Yeah.
This trade made both teams better. It made the Lakers better for the future. It made Dallas better for now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really tell who won or who lost in this trade. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So that's why I'm saying it's one of the best moves in the last 5 years, as far as when it comes to people getting traded and going other places.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's a great. I mean, you got two ball dominant superstars on your team now, and neither one of them is extremely exceptional at playing defense right now. Luca plays none.
oh,
LeBron can play, he can block shots and stuff from behind and stuff, but I
yeah,
don't
they
know if it really bolsters I don't know if it bolsters the Lakers.
If the Lakers can get Donis back at a healthy condition and he's playing well and he's back to playing for him, it puts the Lakers back up there. I mean, because if you look at the way the Lakers are playing, even like last night, the Lakers are playing decent ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
You add Donis scoring into that, now you got a whole different Laker team going on right now.
yeah. I just think like Clayton said, you got two ball dominant. I think this move is about moving LeBron, moving on from LeBron, in my opinion, because LeBron probably would have got like a couple more years left at most. So this is about their future for the Lakers.
Oh yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
definitely a future. It was definitely a future move. Donis is
Yeah,
only 25 years old, so it's definitely about the move for the future.
Mm-hmm. But I think it was just as equal for Dallas moving on off of Luca. I think they had that same sense of urgency too, because there was rumblings that he was difficult to play with. He plays no defense. He comes in camp every year out of shape. He
mm-hmm.
doesn't work on conditioning, things of this nature. So, although they made it to the finals last year, some of this stuff, is going on, behind the scenes. And like I say, he don't play no defense. So to
But
me, it was a great move for Dallas because now you got another rim protector. You got a big front court. You got Kyrie out there can score. Clay can score off the spot up. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Luca and LeBron's gonna play together. I'm really curious to see this.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
well, hey,
Jim, what you think? What you think about this move?
I was shocked.
Me too.
I did not see that coming, and I'm curious. I'm like Clayton. I'm curious to see how this shakes out
Mm-hmm.
for the Lakers. I'm not convinced. I'm on Clayton's side here. I'm not convinced this moves the needle for the Lakers. I mean, yeah. Luca's one of the top five players right now in the league, and he's a young guy. I think it moves the needle in the long term for the Lakers. But for this year, I'm scratching my head because they lose Anthony Davis's defense.
Yeah.
Now the Mavericks now are just stone cold solid on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they are good before Anthony comes over, and now AD, that just solidifies the Mavericks as a super good defensive team.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that LeBron knew this trade was coming?
I
No.
do.
No,
I do. I don't think it's nothing.
After they had a conversation with LeBron. LeBron had no clue either. Because
But let me ask you this.
remember the trade happened when they were playing the game.
Okay. Let me ask you this, man. Is Anthony Davis a Clutch Sports agent? And isn't Clutch Sports his agency?
Right.
Yep.
Do you think agents get communicated to when teams are planning to move the player?
Yeah.
I don't think
absolutely.
I don't think Bill Duffy was going to be on board with this because Luka was up for the Supermax contract extension this summer, and Bill Duffy would have said, "Hey man, your best bet, Luka, is stay at home." There's been rumblings. There's been rumblings about some disagreements and some agitation down there in Dallas, but his best bet was stay home, get that Supermax contract extension this summer, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Right. That's why they were saying that.
I don't think LeBron was in the loop when it came to this move right here.
No, everybody they were saying that it was an underdeal move just because of the reason that Jim said. They didn't want anybody to know because if somebody had known to try to kill the deal. You know what I'm saying? Dallas really wanted to move off of Luka's contract. So they had to keep it hush-hush as long as possible because they said, and initially, Dallas went to the Lakers for the trade. Okay? This is not something
that super extension. They don't want to pay him that Supermax extension.
Exactly.
They don't want to pay him.
Fellas, follow me on this, though. Follow me on this. Now, this opens this up to a lot now. Now, what if Dallas goes after Jimmy Butler? Because now you can get Jimmy Butler for a first-round pick and a pack of bubblegum. All right? You go after him. You bring Jimmy Butler in for that scoring thing. Now, Lakers open up for that center position. What about Embiid going over to the Lakers now to certify them up now?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I don't
know.
Embiid to the Lakers is a good move.
I don't like Embiid nowhere. Embiid don't play enough, man, for me. I don't. No, he don't play enough for me, man.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is about the future. This is about moving off of LeBron, bringing in a new generation with Luka, and then so what happens with Dallas? And the reason why I say that LeBron ain't know nothing about this is because Luka and LeBron basically the same player. Both of them are ball dominant. Neither one of them, you know what I mean, like to play defense. So this would not have been a good move for LeBron. Like if LeBron wanted to bring somebody in, I don't think that it would have been Luka.
No, remember, AD is his boy.
They said they needed a big man.
Right, AD is his boy. Remember that. The whole reason Anthony Davis is over at the Lakers is because of LeBron.
I just find it hard to believe that his agent. I find it hard to believe that Anthony Davis' agent wasn't made aware that he was being moved. I mean, I hear you guys. You guys make great sense. But
I mean, they probably eventually told him.
And then Wendy reported that LeBron always wanted to play with Luka. That's what Wendy reported.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, their styles just clash together.
I agree.
I'm gonna tell you this. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
No, I don't
these teams, they got up until what, February the 6th, correct? Is when the trade deadline is. These teams, these Western teams are gonna push for the now narrative. Okay. They want to get better now because, like you said, Golden State does not have that more leeway to go before they're gonna have to start rebuilding. And the way right now the West is going younger and younger, if you're not ready to compete in the next 2 to 3 years, you're gonna be at the bottom of the West for at least the next 5 years if you ain't ready to compete now.
Mhm.
So them boys in the West is grabbing everybody they can grab to see what they can do to make themselves better, so they can keep going. The Lakers knew that,
Mhm.
and that's what they're striving for. They want to make themselves better.
Let me ask y'all this. Okay, because a lot of people around the league was caught off guard with this trade, right?
Mhm.
And people surprised that Luka and approaching his prime got traded. So with the state of the NBA right now, and then they move a player like Luka, so what does this say about the league overall? Because remember, ratings are down, people not watching like they used to, and then when you have superstar players with the reputation of like Luka not coming into camp in shape, being hard to deal with, does this say that the league is they trying to move away from these prima donna type ball players?
Move
Yeah,
away from player empowerment. Yeah, it seems like they want to try to take more control back in orchestrating these teams. I would say that.
Mm-hmm.
and it's telling me that when you come in the NBA out of shape, they're not respecting you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Look at prime example Zion. Zion comes in every single year not in shape, but yet they pay Zion this big money. The Dallas Mavericks has said to all the NBA, look, we don't care what your name is, what you done for us yesterday. If tomorrow we got to max you out, we going to get rid of you. And if a lot of other of the owners go with the same mentality, like somebody says, Tom mentioned Kawhi Leonard. Hey, Kawhi, if you ain't going to play, we ain't going to pay you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is what we talking about.
I just got an extension though, a 3 year.
Right, and that's what that's what I'm talking about. They're giving these guys these extensions. These guys are not even fulfilling half these contracts.
What about Ben? What about Ben Simmons?
Right.
What about Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons been on vacation since.
Going back to Luka, man. I think his star has fallen since the finals, though. I think overall people start looking at Luka a little different when he was exposed like that in the finals. Everybody watching. During the season, you can hide. Play 82 games, you can hide things like that. Everybody is not watching every single game, but when the finals started, and he was treated like a turnstile, I think I think some of that shine came off. I'm serious, man. I think some of that shine came off him, man. And they stated, man, this guy doesn't even play hard. Nobody say you got to go out there and be Sidney Moncrief or Gary Payton or anything like that, man. But you got to put forth an effort. Put forth an effort. You know what I'm saying? And it was painfully obvious that he wasn't even trying to play defense, man. And I think, and couple that with the fact that Mark Cuban ain't the one that's in charge no more in Dallas, you could kind of see that could happen, even though I never would have thought it would. But because, like Mike said, Mark Cuban said what's the name? He'll divorce his wife before he trade Luka. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear what you're saying, Tonk, but the kid's only 25. He's still on the up. I mean,
that's a good point. But he's been playing professionally since he was like 14 or 15. He got a lot of miles. Yep. He's not your regular 25-year-old ball player. He got a lot of miles on him,
Yeah, good point. Good point.
We'll see, man. But I think LeBron, this is really like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers are telling LeBron, like, all right, man, get in contact with some teams, man, where you want to go, so we can talk to them about saying if we can move you there. I think that might be because him and Luka play the same position, so to speak. They're not good off the ball. So when they don't have the ball, they're not moving or anything like that. They just stand in one spot. So.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was scratching my head on is what position is Luka going to be a number one? I mean, where do they put him in?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, see, that's a good question though. Is Luka number one, or will he play at the number one? I think because Luka is the future, I think they will probably more so want him to go to the number one spot. That's why I say they get ready to move off of LeBron. And so LeBron, I don't think he has as much leverage now as his leverage is kind of like slipping.
Yeah, but it's weird to have, and I'm a LeBron fan, but it's weird to have a guy 40 years old still wielding that much power You know what I mean? He's at the tail end of his career. Regardless what type of numbers he's putting up and things like that, man, you got to be able to take some of that away from him, man. And I think that Bronny move, man, might have been something to help facilitate something like this as well. You know what I mean? They draft Bronny, and then, you know, he's not panning out the way they thought. Or maybe they knew he wasn't going to pan out. They was like, well, all right, LeBron, we're going to give you what you want. And when it fails, all right, these are the consequences of it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't know, though.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because, all right, that's what I said. As long as LeBron had leverage, he was able to pull these type strings, like you said, like bring his son in at the number 55, you know. But now that he's getting close to retirement, that's why I think, you know, that's why I don't think that he was in the loop when it came to this move, because this move benefits the Lakers more so than it benefits LeBron.
Well, see, we gotta also remember too, though, that we got to remember that Dallas was the one that initiated this trade. The Lakers didn't go to Dallas. Dallas went to the Lakers. Okay, so that's a big factor right there, because the Lakers wasn't ready to move on from AD, but when the offer came to them, like, yo, can we really realistically turn this down?
So why you think? So let me ask you a question. Why do you think the Lakers would trade AD? Why would you think they would pull the trigger?
For the future, just like I said, when I was saying in the previous podcast, AD and Embiid are future trades to teams that want to win now. Okay, you can get like I said, for AD, you can get maximum, you know, return on AD because he's still quality. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. They got maximum return on AD. You got Luka. Luka can be your future. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, sometimes an organization has to move on from their star players to make them better for the future.
No, that's true. I just don't agree with that Embiid sentiment. Embiid ain't gonna help you win nothing.
Hey, So what he worth, a second round pick and a Skittles bag of Skittles or something?
Man, Embiid, man, I don't know if y'all saw the stat, man. He almost has missed as many games that he's played in his entire career.
Wow.
Absolutely.
He's played, man. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And that's why I said that Philly needs to get rid of him as well, because he can't do nothing for Philly. Philly gets rid of him now, and they can get at least a first round draft pick for him. At least. You know what I'm saying?
If the Lakers are trying to get better for the future, and they really trying to turn their organization around, it wouldn't make sense for them to bring in Embiid either, because Embiid, because of his reputation. You know, if you're trying to wipe the slate clean, you bringing in a young Luka, you may as well keep LeBron if you're gonna bring Luka in there. You know what I mean?
Right, but they're gonna keep LeBron. LeBron ain't going nowhere. LeBron is not going nowhere.
Long term, you think
LeBron's gonna retire. LeBron is not gonna leave them or go to anywhere else. He's gonna retire as a Laker.
Now, if you LeBron, right, would you want to go to another team? Would you want to if you was him?
Right, where would you go?
I'm just asking. If I'm
LeBron, I'm waiting to see what the Lakers do this year and next year. I'm waiting to see what they put around me. Now, if they do something like, you know, get Embiid to come over there, and Embiid can play, let's say, what he does now, but he can help you in the playoffs. Can you imagine when you got Embiid, Luka, and LeBron on the same floor at the same time?
Yeah, I can imagine it. It's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
So why would it be a mess, though? Why would it be a hot mess?
Because you ain't going to have no kind of defense being played. You know what I'm saying?
You got Embiid.
Embiid, come on, man.
Embiid
He don't even half the time. He don't even half the time want to use his size and strength down on the block.
He don't even play his size most times.
He don't even play his size.
Embiid does play defense. Come on now. Embiid plays defense now.
Yeah, well, you got LeBron and AD, and LeBron and Luka play. Like I said, both of those guys are ball dominant. So even when LeBron, nobody is really moving because people waiting to see what they do with the ball. So you if you on defense and Luka got the ball, then you pretty much on break until Luka passed the ball because nobody's cutting.
Yeah, but look at it this way. Look at it this way. LeBron, we're talking LeBron James. We're not talking Michael Jordan. Remember when LeBron James took that step back when he went to Miami? He let Dwayne Wade run that team when he went to Miami. LeBron doesn't have that
He
Kobe.
didn't let Dwayne Wade. He didn't have no other choice because he wasn't ready for that kind of pressure.
No, he
The
wasn't.
Wade was like his training wheels for a while until they could take him off.
Finish your point, man. Finish your point, man. Go ahead, man. Finish your point, though. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that LeBron has them times where he wants to be a killer, and he also has them times where he doesn't want to be the killer. When he was in Miami, he did not want to be the killer. LeBron has that mentality. He's not Kobe. He's not Jordan. Every time I step on the court, I want to kill you. That's not LeBron game. That's not his game. His game is if okay, I may be the best person on the court, but if I don't have to do it all, I will revert back. And we have seen it when he was, when he would play with Cleveland, when they won their championships, when he was in Miami, when they won the championships. LeBron will convert back to be a role player when he's needed to be a role player. That's what I'm saying. Like we're saying that, oh well, LeBron ain't gonna be this because Luka does that. They do about the same thing. But hey, LeBron may convert back to like, all right, you know what, Luka, you do the show. I'm gonna get my 23 points a game. I play some defense, get some rebounds. But long as we win, that's what we do.
You know what? That's a good point you make, man. Right? Let me counter that though. You make an excellent point when he went down Miami. The thing is, he was going to Miami, which was Dwayne Wade's team, number one, and he was going to Miami. Dwayne Wade already had a chip. You feel what I'm saying? So he kind of like, all right, I'm gonna fall in. You know what I'm saying? Where in this space here, he might look at Luka coming, even though Luka is younger. Luka resume don't stack up to LeBron, so LeBron might be looking at him like, you're not better than me, or you don't have the resume that I have, so I'm not gonna take a step back to you. Whereas though what he did with D Wade in Miami, you feel what I'm saying? You coming to this city, to this team. You know what I mean? And you're not coming with a championship or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So I'm not necessarily going to take a step back to you like I did with Dwayne when I had to go to Miami. They just look at from the flip side. That's all I'm saying.
Right. So it could be that Kobe Shaq situation.
Could be.
Is what you're saying. It could turn into the Kobe Shaq situation.
Could be, but I don't think Luka's going to come with that. This is my team type mentality, though. I think Luka's gonna come and show respect for LeBron and being his team. He's been a greater player up to this point, and he's having championships, things like that. I think Luka won't come in with his chest out saying, "I'm the man. I need to take X amount of shots a game, and y'all need to, acquiesce to me and my play style." I don't think Luka's gonna do that. I don't think he's that.
Well, with that being said, all right, so is there anything that Luka can learn from LeBron, like as far as like how to win championships and stuff like that? So
that's exactly what he can learn, how to be a champion.
I think so. And conditioning, man. People want to poo-poo that, man. Just you got to come in shape, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be winded, man, at the end of games all the time, man. You can't be winded, because not only you're not going to play deep, your offense is going to hurt. If you're not in shape and you can't, you're tired. So that's going to affect you on the offensive end as well.
So let me ask you guys a question.
Do you think Luka has the desire to want to get in condition and shape and things of this nature?
Not at all.
And that's why
he hasn't shown it in the past.
Right, exactly. And that's why I think because he hasn't shown that in the past, that's why I think that Dallas had no issues with moving off of him. When you have a franchise type ball player like that, and he supposedly is the future, like at one point in time they were saying that Luka was the all-time best Maverick. You know what I mean? And not even with who's the dude that took him to the championship?
Dirk.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's so disrespectful to Dirk.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, hey, let me ask you guys this question though. No one is taking into account how Kyrie Irving feels. Because remember, his main reason to going to Dallas was to play with Luka.
Yeah.
So now Kyrie, now he lost one of his top scorers now. So that puts more pressure on Kyrie scoring. So what do you think how you think Kyrie feels?
That opens up Kyrie's game more too.
Yes.
I think that was up Kyrie game more too, though.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't think it was a good move for Kyrie. I didn't even think it was a good move for Kyrie to go play with Luka in the first place.
Me either. I didn't see that as a good fit either. But you know, I was proved wrong with that. But yeah, I didn't think that was a good fit because they did make a finals run. You know what I'm saying? But
and I don't believe that was the determining factor for Kyrie. They traded him there, but I don't think that was the determining factor for Kyrie wanting to re-sign and stay there. I don't think it was just Luka. But I'm saying what everybody's underestimating is the Anthony Davis you're going to get. Right. Finally, this guy can just play forward. He don't want to play a big. He's going to be a mismatch every night from that position.
That's right.
You talk about scoring. He's going to fill it up.
Oh, he's going to score. Yeah. About that. Yeah, he's going to score. And I think this trade benefits Dallas. I heard you saying it earlier, Clayton. Yeah. I think they won this trade, man. Believe it or not. Yeah. I think they won this trade, man. I think Dallas won this trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Time will tell. You know what I mean? Time will tell. And like, man, other pieces going to be moved around, I believe, too. You know, people not finished wheeling and dealing. But, yeah, I think,
you already got those two young kids doing all the board work, the protecting the rim, Lively and Gaffrey. AD can play so free, man.
And then they can run, man. Like you said.
They can run.
They can get out. See, Luka don't run. That's all half.
He don't run.
You know what I'm saying? It's all half court offense. Now, you get that, you know what I mean? Defensive rebound, you can push. You know what I'm saying? And get up and down. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yep.
So, and LeBron don't run basically even unless, he'll hang court and he'll run.
LeBron might be taking shots at him.
He always dragging Bron.
That dude is phenomenal shit. That dude be running the floor.
Hey, LeBron is in phenomenal shape though, and that's what Time said that the only thing Luka can learn from him is how to stay in shape all year round. Because LeBron do stay in shape. I give him that. He stay in shape. But he work on his conditioning, but he do not work on his game. And we spoke about that, right? Man, you spoke about that earlier today.
Yep.
He he'll work on his conditioning, but he don't have a mid-range game. He don't have a low post game, and he don't have a defensive game.
Man, and like I said,
did you say low post game?
Low post.
Jesus, who has a low post game? Is there anybody that has a low post game?
You right about that? No one does. You right about
that? I say, who has a low post game?
I'll give the Joker. Joker got some of that in his game in his bag. The Joker did.
Yeah.
Like you said, nobody asked him to be Olajuwon, man. But then, you know what I mean, he get in the high post and do a little something, man. He's 6'8". You know what I mean? And that would make his. I would think that would make his game easier. That would make that would make his job easier. So
watch out for Dallas. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what, man? It might be. Man, I'm telling you, Clayton, man. I'm on board with you on that, man. Because I really think Dallas, man, is going to play. They're going to play different now. They're going to play different now. Because they're going to be more of a up and down team.
So is Dallas now considered more of Kyrie's team then? That's Kyrie's team now?
I would think so. I would think so, but I don't even know if Kyrie would, you know what I mean, like look at it that way.
Yeah.
But he's the seasoned vet, you know what I mean? But Clay is too. But you know what I'm saying? Them two they championship
both
like
both
that.
of them got championship pedigree. Both of them.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And Jason Kidd.
Right. And J Kidd. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, and I think, man, J Kidd spoke on this. Man, you was talking about it also, Mike. J Kidd spoke on this a couple seasons ago about Luka coming in not in shape. And I think because of that, and Mark Cuban kept that hush. You know what I mean? He told J Kidd, you can't, you know what I mean, pretty much speak out against him. You know what I mean? You leave that alone. But Jason Kidd wasn't able to implement the type of offense he wanted to implement because Luka wasn't, you know what I mean, in condition, things like that. And it really showed his face, man, in the finals. It really showed his face in the finals.
Hey, real quick, I want to say Tom right about that. What he just put on the screen.
The Houston Rockets.
Them Rockets. I think he on to something with that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, Rodney, my man Rock reached out to me. I wasn't paying attention. But he big on them Rockets, so I started watching a little bit.
The guy over there, Email Doko, got them guys. They got them.
Yeah.
He got them kids.
Yeah.
He got them balling out definitely over there.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's what I was talking about. Them teams right now, them young cats are getting coached up by these great coaches now, and now they're playing phenomenal ball with no name, with talent that you can't even name. But they're looking just so good because they want to run the ball. And these older franchises got to understand what's going on, or this shit's gonna pass them by. Because when they get named the last time we were talking about the Rockets, Oklahoma, the younger teams, even Cleveland. Look how young Cleveland is over there.
Cleveland.
You know what I'm saying? It's the younger teams now.
That's right.
See, and that's why I say when you have ball players who are basically like one-dimensional and don't play both sides of the court, those guys are really going to get they're going to get phased out. And that's why you see, like, when Dallas is moving off of Luka, like if Luka played defense, if Luka came in shape and was good for your team, he would get that $100 million, like whatever that contract was. Dallas would have given him that. You know,
350.
Up to 350 for the Superman.
350.
Yeah, so he would have got the 350. You know what I mean? He got the 350 if he played, if he looked like he was going to be able to meet those expectations. Because you can't deny how great Luka is on offense, right? You can't deny his passing ability and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like when you got guys in other cities like Oklahoma and Cleveland who playing both ends of the court, playing defense and offense, and the fans like that, you know what I mean? Like the fans all around the league like that, and the fans all around the league want to see that. Then it's not really a big gamble.
You said, the type of ball they play, OKC and Cleveland, how they get up and down the floor and stuff. You got them young legs and things like that.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It shows the owners that you can win in the NBA without having a huge superstar contract. And that's what's going on in these in the little cities. They don't have these huge contracts, but these guys are looking good. They're entertaining, and they're bringing out the fans. And they're not paying. Right, and they're winning.
Yeah.
And they're not paying one person $100 million a year to get it done.
That's right. That's right.
So it's the owners now looking at the changes in the NBA, like I said before, which is going to make these superstars come in shape, play, or they're not going to get these contracts anymore.
Yeah, and so
like Clayton said, man, I think this a way of averting. I mean, I think they're doing this purposely. I think this is a way of teams, front offices, they're trying to take back that power that the players, then, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to take back little by little. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but I think this is a step, and you know what I mean, we're the ones that's really in charge here, not the players.
Yep. Yeah, and you know why? Because like you said, people ain't coming to these games no more.
Yeah,
you can't sit out the superstars no more, and people expecting people still to pay these same NBA prices.
Man, that's a bad product NBA putting out, man. That's a bad product, man. That's a bad product, man.
Yeah. So where do y'all think Jimmy Butler is going to end up at then? Y'all think I thought he might end up in Golden State.
Jimmy, let me say this, right? To answer your question, Mike, I really don't know. I really don't know, right? But Jimmy might be doing himself a disservice. I was under the impression that this was his last year on that contract. He has another year tied to Miami under that contract, so he's not a free agent after this year. That might hurt him. You know what I'm saying? That might hurt him. The way things are going on right now, because he had, so Miami ain't paying him the rest of this year because he's suspended. So he's not getting paid the rest of this year. So if they keep him out indefinitely the end of the year, whatever. So I mean, he still got another year tied to Miami at 50, I think it's 50 million, 52 million, somewhere like that. That Miami can still say, if you come back with the same attitude or something like that, I don't think it'll get to that. I think they might move off him before that. But is Jimmy Butler the type of player with his attitude? They say he did this in Minnesota as well. Is he that type of player where as though you would trade for going forward, give him an extension on top of that 52 he got coming next year? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. That's you know what I mean? I don't know the answer.
this is the way I feel about it. I think Jimmy Butler is a prime target for Dallas. Dallas has that 2 first-round draft picks in 2029. One they got from the Lakers with the trade. You trade a first-round draft pick for Jimmy Butler. Miami wants to get younger. They want to move off. Off from him. It gives them a prime example to get another score in there. Because, like you said, now they're the defensive-minded team. They're defense like crazy. But if you have Jimmy Butler in there, Clay can actually come off the bench as a 6, or Jimmy Butler they can run all 4 of them at the same time. But it gives Dallas another shot. Another offensive shot in the arm for them, and they can pretty much get nothing for them. Because if you trade the first round pick that you got from the Lakers, you never had it in the first place. It's just move on from it. So that's why I'm thinking Jimmy Butler at Dallas would be a great location for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
because it works out for Miami and them.
That first round pick doesn't kick in until 2029.
Right, that's what I'm saying. 2029.
Yeah.
So,
I'm with you, Mike. I don't think Dallas. I think he lands in Phoenix or Golden State. Mm-hmm. But I think if they can get another team involved in the trade to help work a deal out, but I can't see him in Dallas too tough. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they don't get a trade partner, they wind up just waiving them.
Yeah.
So why would Phoenix?
I ain't saying you're wrong, but why you don't think he fit? Why you think he fit?
I just don't. I don't know. Just the way he played. Like I like his game, Jimmy. I love his game, but I just don't see it fitting in seemingly with Dallas. I just don't see it.
The reason why I don't see Jimmy Butler fitting in Dallas because Jimmy Butler, number one, he up in years, right? So he not like a slasher type ball player that's gonna fill the lane with Kyrie, right? So if Kyrie running, remember y'all just said that Kyrie got some young horses that's gonna run
and want to push pace,
right, So Jimmy Butler not gonna do that. And then so with Jimmy Butler being an older ball player and he trying to play a half-court game. That's going to work against him too, because now you got those young athletic dudes on the other team who can affect his shot. So Jimmy Butler is, he's strong. He's still strong, but he's not going to be as effective with those young athletic, shot blockers.
How old is Jimmy Butler? Isn't he about the same age as Anthony Davis?
Yeah, around that age. Yeah.
So if Anthony Davis is running, I'm just saying it. Right,
I like Jimmy Butler. I don't know if the fit is there, like Clayton Mike said. I don't know if the fit is there, but plus Jimmy is a mid-range, mid-range king. You know what I'm saying? He don't shoot a lot of threes. You know what I mean? He know how to score without taking a lot of shots too. So a little bit more efficient than a lot of guys. And he played mid-range. I don't know about the fit thing. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be interesting to see. If somebody makes a trade for him, where he end up. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, just different style of play. Mm-hmm.
And
now let me ask.
Let me say, Tom just said you don't want Jimmy Butler to come to the team with really good chemistry and mess that chemistry up too. And so you have to take that into effect because sometimes he can be like a malcontent if things not going his way.
And like you say, I think he only. Say like you trade for him. Do you trade for him? Say, all right, Jimmy, you got to come in and behave, and then we can talk extension? Or do you promise him the extension before you even, pull the trigger on the trade? You know what I'm saying? So he might, because if you don't give him the extension, but you trade for him, and it's almost like a prove me year next year, you know what I'm saying? The rest of this year, and like a prove me year, he might not like that. He might, but that, you know what I'm saying? He might want his money, you know what I'm saying, guaranteed before he even. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the thing is, though, he can't dictate that because he still has 2 years left.
Right.
Miami trades him. He's traded. He doesn't have that no trade clause in it. So Miami trades him, they trade him. That's why I was saying Dallas may be a good fit because Dallas is really, if they give the first round pick that they got from the Lakers, if they give that to Miami, incentively, they really hasn't lost anything because they still got their first round pick in 2029. So, if you give up what you just if you give up what you just got, what you just received, and then let's say Jimmy Butler does come in next year, doesn't work out, and then you release him out of his contract. Well, you're not really losing anything.
Pat Riley can really send Jimmy Butler to the Wizards if he wanted to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right.
So, and on top of that, then what Jimmy Butler have to also keep in consideration, what Carmelo said, that he could actually be getting on his way to getting blackballed. So they could, you know what I mean? Like he could get sat down by Miami. You know how much pull Pat Riley and respect Pat Riley got around the league. So he don't have, when you look at him, like Tunk said, he did himself a disservice because Pat Riley got a lot of pull and a lot of respect. So he could be on his way to actually being blackballed and not be in the league and begging for a job. So he really don't have a lot of leverage.
You're right, absolutely. And remember, they were talking about Butler for Jimmy Bill. I mean, Jimmy, what you call it? Phoenix. Yeah, and
so Bradley
like,
Bill
no,
for Jimmy
Bradley
Butler,
Bill.
like one-on-one.
Yeah, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that."
What y'all think about that? What y'all think about?
Oh, he turned it down. He turned it down.
Pat Riley did?
No, Bradley Beal turned it down. He has a clause in his contract where he can say where he goes. He turned that down.
Bradley Beal got a no trade clause?
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
No, sir. He turned it down.
See, Mike, that's what I'm saying. See, now, them owners, man, give out them contracts like that where you got a Bradley Beal with a no trade clause, man, in his contract.
Yeah.
And now they want, some type of stuff to put in place to save us for the contracts we get these players. No way that guy. And he signed that with the Wizards. He signed with the Wizards, the no trade clause. Yeah, because it's okay to trade to go to Phoenix. Man,
that came over.
That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think ownership now, they're finding ways to get around them no trade contracts, though. So
I don't even know. I don't think the CBA gonna let them. I don't think they're gonna let them. They might be looking for loopholes or whatever, but I don't think they can. The CBA gonna have to hold him to that. If he got a no trade, you know what I'm saying? He got a no trade clause.
Well, they could do stuff that's not. They could do stuff like what the Lakers just did with Anthony Davis. Like, say LeBron he not really gonna want to stay there because he may feel like he don't fit with the players that they bringing in, to fit with the style that they want to play. So you can stay there, but it's not gonna be.
He's not even that important of a piece with Phoenix, though. He's not even that important of a piece.
I can say, has he really played like 20 games with them yet? Like every time I turn around, he's hurt, isn't he?
I don't know, man. That dude, man. Man, I don't know. I ain't never been a fan of Brad, man. I know he could score at one time when he was healthy, man, but I ain't never really been a fan of his.
So look, I wanna address this. I wanna know, like, so Tom says, keep an eye on Stephen A. Smith. That dude is dirty, right? So that's what, and lately Stephen A. Smith has been like going against LeBron, right? Publicly telling LeBron that he need to cut this stuff out with like Bronny, putting him in a situation where he can fail. That's why I think like publicly, I think things is starting to turn against LeBron, like that public image and everything, especially when they have people in the media starting to take up that cause.
Fuck. Not Stephen A. though. He not the litmus test for that though. Stephen A. man do things with the he's weather, man.
Manipulated. I mean, like if they want him to take LeBron, if they want him to vouch for LeBron and all that, then he gonna do that.
Yeah, but Stephen A. has been paid to be polarizing.
Yeah.
So Tunk makes a good point. Now, when Wendy starts talking more negative, and he might not be saying anything salacious or anything, but when Wendy's narrative is not so pro LeBron favorable, that's the indicator.
That's when you pay attention. Not Stephen A. Man.
Well, I'm gonna blow on that because they don't want Wendy, like you said. I agree that he's not going to be as polarizing, right?
Right. But
he is starting to like what? Oh. So he's starting to be like he just gonna Wendy's probably just, in my opinion, just gonna like take the middle of the road. But Stephen A. Smith is the one, the polarizing one, the one who they want to have like a definite opinion about these type of issues. So I think he's going to be the one who pushed that cards.
Yeah,
But
he's paid to do it. He's paid.
He's also always been doing that.
Right.
With
Right,
LeBron,
right.
his whole career, he's always been doing that.
Remember, he did it a few years ago with KD. Remember, you know what I mean? That was KD. He talked about KD every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't nothing new with him, man. This guy here, ain't nothing new with him.
But you know, Mike, to your point, not just with Stephen A, when all the pundits start talking,
right,
you know, and it's not so pro LeBron,
right?
Because to me, that's going to spread across all sports media. That's when you know the tide has definitely been turned, and you can kind of see it now a little bit that the tides are turning.
What do y'all think facilitated this though?
Huh?
His loss and his lack of leverage, like his career is winding down.
And
like
his son, man, and that move with his son, man.
Oh, yeah.
More than anything. You know what I'm saying? I really do, man. I really, when he got his son drafted and everybody, you know what I mean, knew his son wasn't necessarily ready to take that on, man. You know what I'm saying? That was like, come on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that was the point that he jumped the shark.
Right. Yeah. That's right. It's like, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? But it's the Lakers' fault. It's the Lakers' fault.
I'm getting ready to say that.
Fault, man.
Both of y'all right. Both of y'all right. But look, do you think they are going to allow themselves to look bad when all they have to do is shift the blame over to LeBron? Like, Andy Buss is not going to take that. Rob Pelinka is not going to take the blame. They're gonna place all that. They're gonna be like, he held us, you know, hostage basically.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? You know what's interesting too? When the move happened and when Bronny got his first chance to play, all the media was celebrating this shit.
Right.
It's the first time in history, you know what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to me that, you know, I don't know if that was the turning point, so to speak, because they were celebrating the move, but you can definitely see that the LeBron James thing has ran its course for sure.
I think you're kind of right, but I think you're kind of right, but I think that's the kind of stuff that comes out after LeBron retires.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Now they don't like.
It's true.
They don't want to, because he's still in the NBA. They don't want to associated with the NBA. They, you know, they're gonna wait for that disassociation to come before they. That wake up call.
Well, see, listen,
everything gonna hit the fan once he retire. And then they snatch that jersey back from Bronny.
But see, the problem is
they're definitely gonna do that.
They're gonna do that.
That you're the owners, you're the GM. You know what I mean? You're the vice president of player operations, and you let this one guy dictate what you do with the organization. That still make you look bad.
And let's remember too, it's
you know that in the military, if you get an order and things go sideways, the commanding officer going to expect you to fall on that sword.
Yeah.
You got to fall on that sword.
But who's the soldier and who's the commanding officer in this situation, though?
It's not LeBron. He's not the commander. He don't have the leverage.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So if they give an order, what order they giving? They seem like LeBron is giving the orders.
Yeah.
If he's saying draft my son, if he's saying do this,
hey,
he's the one that's giving the orders. You know what I'm saying?
But look, it ain't like we haven't seen it before, though.
Right.
Jordan had that same problem in Chicago.
Yeah.
He had the same issues in Chicago. When you're big, when you as a superstar are the face of the league, you know what I'm saying? They tend to bow down to you.
That's true.
Now, you know, now that LeBron is trying to buy the team in Vegas now, they're trying to block him from, the owners are trying to block LeBron from getting that team.
Don't think that all that don't come into play, man, for once.
Right.
All that don't come into play. Yes,
they trying to really block him from owning that team.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, man, let me say this, though. But because Jerry Krause, even when Jordan was there, Jerry Krause even said that Mike never asked him for anything, right? Because Mike always believed, that he could win if he had enough to win, or at least publicly he made it seem like that. He never went to management, and demanded this and stuff like that. So I don't know if LeBron and Mike was in the same boat as far as like, you know, making demands of the team, that dude Jerry Krause ain't really pay Mike no mind if he had his mind made up.
And it turned out to be the right move.
Yeah, you're right.
It turned out to be the right move.
You're right. They got Tony Kukoc. I thought, you know, Mike.
But hey, hold on. Mike didn't want Tony Kukoc.
Right,
Mike didn't want it.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Mike didn't want. Mike said it himself in the last stand. He didn't want Tony Kukoc.
Yeah,
he didn't understand why they brought him. Why they brought him in.
That turned out to be a good move for the Bulls when they got Tony Kukoc. You know, so.
And let's be honest though. You know, LeBron has made some great calls for the Lakers, except for his son. Going out and getting Anthony Davis gave them another championship. You know what I'm saying? So let's I mean, just because he went and got his son, okay, yeah, that's gonna be fishy. That's gonna be screwing him up and everything. But as a whole, LeBron has been good for the Lakers franchise.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
You can't deny that, right? You can't. I mean, I can't deny it anyway. Yeah, I think he's been great for the Lakers.
All right. So but do y'all think he underachieved then? Do you think he underachieved as a Laker?
He won a championship
in the bubble though, and that's got a big.
It's a championship.
I don't. Yeah, it's a championship. They still won't count it.
Right.
I don't know if Damn, that's a good question, man. I mean, Mike, that's a good question, man. Did he underachieve that? Because he won, so you say, man, he won a championship, I can underachieve. But you know, expectations with him and Anthony Davis that it would be more than one.
Yes.
In that aspect of it, you can say he underachieved because him and Anthony Davis, at one time, they was 2 of the top 5 or top 6 players in the NBA.
In the league.
So all right. So let me ask you guys this question. If we believe that LeBron underachieved, what are we thinking about Kevin Durant then?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. But see, he don't get held to the same standard, though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You don't get much. Kevin Durant has been always surrounded with talent. His whole career, he's been surrounded with talent. And he only has the 2 rings that he got from Golden State. And he was put into
those rings. Trent gave him those rings.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He was brought into a championship team.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's I guess you do what you got to get what you want. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And look, Kevin Durant, I used to love Kevin Durant, but now I know in my mind, seeing his career, he's been a cancer to everything he's gone to.
Why you say that, man? Why you say that?
Because he's been a cancer. I mean, regardless of what you put around them, they just don't win.
So
they just don't win.
So far as to call him a cancer, I would say he might have underachieved, but not be a cancer.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When he went to the Celtics, what was our expectations?
Not the Celtics. What are you talking about? Not the Celtics.
I mean, Jersey.
I expected him to win. I expected him to win.
Yeah. And did they?
No.
But
did they even? Let me finish.
Explain why they didn't win in Brooklyn, though.
Because everybody was expecting them to win, and they just didn't.
No, you gotta look at, but you gotta look at the whole. Kyrie missed damn near half that season because of COVID and vaccination restrictions. And there was all kinds of politics involved in that. That team fell apart. And then Kyrie got hurt, and in the 1 year he almost beat Milwaukee, foot on the line, but he had to carry him by himself. So
all right, let's take that away. What about when he was fresh in OKC?
Well, he was young, but I don't know if the expectations was as high because that was his first team.
Let's talk about Phoenix.
Yeah.
What is he doing over there in Phoenix now? Phoenix was the top. Before he got there, Phoenix was number 1 in the West.
Yeah, but they lost their point guard. They lost a lot of stuff. So once he got there, people wasn't saying Phoenix was a favorite to contend for a title.
Oh, yeah, they were. Come on. When he went over to Phoenix,
I don't think so.
Phoenix was known. They were supposed to win it when he went over to Phoenix.
Yeah, but people who know basketball knew better because they had them 3, him, Book, and Brad. But they had nothing else.
They had nothing else.
They had no point guard. They had no point guard. They had nothing. So people who really knew basketball knew.
So what it sounds like to me is we're making excuses why Durant didn't win, But when LeBron don't win, he's selfish.
The only thing I got a problem with you, man, is saying he a cancer. Everything else you say,
I think he's a cancer.
Everything you say is true.
I think he's a cancer. I really do. I just think it has to be something to me in my mind. It has to be something that Durant brings to these organizations when he gets there. Because every team, every organization except for Golden State, he has gotten there with the promise of taking these teams to the promised land, and they don't come close.
All right, I got a question for you, man. Especially with Draymond Green over there, right, and everything. If he's a cancer, he becomes a cancer everywhere. And he did not derail Golden State.
Because Golden State had already had their nucleus. He couldn't derail Golden State.
But you bringing in a cancer.
He couldn't derail them because they were gone.
But you're bringing in a cancer, though.
Right, but you can kill cancer. You know that, right? You can kill it. They already had their nucleus there. Durant couldn't come in and disrupt that organization because they were already a winning organization.
But he came in and they deferred to him and relied on him to be a top scorer, to carry them down the stretch.
Listen,
I don't know a guy with that work ethic, a gym rat like he is. He loves the game. It's just hard for me to say he's a cancer on a team.
Like I said, that's my opinion about it. You can't tell me one situation where Kevin Durant has gone in and won without Golden State that was already a winner.
Okay.
You can't name me one organization that he turned them into a winner.
And I can flip that and say, you can't tell me Kevin Durant hasn't done exactly the same thing at every stop. He go in there, he scored the ball, he comes through. You know what I'm saying?
But the one thing I can tell you, go ahead.
When he was in Brooklyn, he played the most out of him, James Harden, and Kyrie. He was the one constant on that team.
He's the one constant.
Yeah, he was the one constant on that team. When Kyrie was out for whatever reasons, when Harden was out, Kevin Durant showed up and showed out.
But let me ask you this: you said I can't name one thing he can't do. Championships is the one thing he did not do.
I'm sorry, I thought he had 2 championships.
You got 2 rings.
Yeah, right. But Golden State, which was already a champion team.
Yeah, but I tell you,
he went to a champion team.
I tell you one thing: if Durant don't show up, they don't get him.
Right. So this is what happened. This is what happened, man. They were a championship team, but then they lost in the finals to LeBron. So now that team that was assembled was no longer a championship team. They brought in Durant, and now they became a champion again.
And look, you was already listen. They were already a championship team when Durant got there.
Right.
Brooklyn, not a championship team. Durant got there, done. OKC, not a championship team. Durant got there, done. Phoenix, not a championship team. Durant got there, still done. That's all I'm saying.
Let's say this about Brooklyn. Brooklyn was obscure. Durant comes there, Kyrie, things get derailed, but he takes them to the Eastern Conference Finals. You talking about a team that was obscured. But now they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and it comes down to the final shot, and he hit a 2 instead of a 3. I mean, that's huge, man. Without that other guy on the floor with him.
So why are we not giving LeBron a pass then?
Because LeBron's held to
because everywhere LeBron is gone, he's been a champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying he hasn't been. I'm not calling LeBron a cancer or anything like that either. I'm just saying that. But I don't really understand that. I don't really understand the conversation all the way.
My conversation is easy. I used to like Durant. Right now, I think Durant is a cancer to wherever he goes.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't want to get into comparing LeBron and Kevin. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. But Kevin,
why not?
Because Kevin is not held to the highest to that standard LeBron is. That's why. So whatever LeBron do, he's gonna get scrutinized for it. He's gonna get labeled for it. Kevin Durant don't have to. Kevin Durant can come and say, man, all I want to do is come and hoop. I'm not interested in being a leader. I'm not interested in being this. If LeBron say that, they kill him.
Yeah.
If LeBron say I'm not interested in being a leader, they kill him. But Kevin Durant can say it.
Now,
It's just a high standard, man. It's just a high
Talk, if LeBron would have came into the league with that kind of mentality, I just want to hoop, I want to play, I don't want to be political. I don't want, if he'd have came into the league with that, then he would have had that same kind of
I probably agree with
But
that.
hold on,
you know what I mean?
but
He
you
would have
gotta
had that
remember,
same kind
hold
of
on, but you
thing.
gotta remember, when LeBron came into the league, the NBA marketed LeBron. LeBron didn't
They
market
did.
himself. The
They
NBA
did.
did that. King
They did.
James came from the
They did.
NBA.
Yeah.
That did not come from LeBron.
Yeah. And then the
Okay,
chosen one and all that stuff.
right?
Right.
That never came from LeBron. LeBron came in the NBA. I want to win.
But
That's why
Yeah.
they crucified him with that move to Miami.
but
Yeah.
but by
Okay.
that time, he picked up and ran with that baton.
Yes,
Right.
he did.
He
Yeah,
did.
he
He
did.
accepted it. He
Yes, he
accepted
did.
it, and he wore it. Yeah, you right. You right.
He did.
So he got to
Yeah,
deal
yeah.
with everything that comes with it. So he got to deal with everything that comes with it.
Yes,
I
he
was
did.
just saying KD get a pass, whereas though LeBron doesn't. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I like them both, but KD is not held to the same standard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let me ask y'all. I'm gonna go over to football because we was texting back and forth throughout the week. We was talking about the situation with Justin Tucker, right? Y'all heard about like the charges and stuff that Justin Tucker is up against and stuff like that. So man, did you hear? You was you
Yeah,
was in the
yeah. I heard about it. I tweeted about it as soon as I saw it.
yeah. What y'all think about this Justin Tucker situation?
Dude, I don't know, yo. If you're a football player, I really think you could be more discreet about what you do when you do it. You know what I'm saying? In any sports, you can be really discreet about the things that you do. And I don't understand these NFL players, going to these massage parlors and getting massages when you can call somebody and tell them to come to your house. You can videotape the whole thing. So if somebody say, "Oh, he tried to sexually harass me," hey, I got no video in my crib, so here you go. You know what I'm saying? Why do you put yourself in these predicaments knowing that eventually somebody is going to try to take advantage of the situation? Yes, they said this happened about 8-9 years ago or something like this happened.
Oh,
But
okay.
still, yeah, but you're in the
Oh, that
situation
part I
where it's
didn't
still,
know. That part I
yeah,
didn't
so
know. You know, was that
yeah,
long
they
ago.
said it happened a while ago.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
why would you
Well,
even do that?
Youth and ego.
well, go ahead, Jim.
Youth and ego.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gotta be.
And also, you talking about a person that struggles with sexual addiction himself. It's the motherfucker what sexual addiction can do to you. You got to get that sensation any kind of way you get it, and you're willing to do anything to get it. Sometimes you push the boundaries and you push the envelope. I'm not saying Justin has an addiction. I don't even know if any of this is true as allegations, but don't be surprised, man. Sometimes, man, addiction will have you compromising yourself.
Hey,
And
It's
people on
true.
the outside
You
looking
know,
like,
I'm
why
saying
would
it's
you
true.
do that? Huh?
I'm gonna tell you this. I guarantee you, somewhere down the line, somebody gonna show some pictures of Justin Tucker
Hey,
at a
Clay.
Diddy party.
Hey, Clay,
At a
I'm
Diddy
going
party.
on record. It's true. I'm going.
Well, I don't know because this why I don't know if it's true because he's also going through a divorce. So sometimes, man, these lawyers are very crafty. And sometimes when you need a good grounds for divorce, you'd be surprised stuff start coming out about your infidelity, about some of the things you're doing outside the marriage and things of this nature. So I won't say it's absolutely true, but I will say this, the Ravens are in a hell of a predicament. And this is why.
Right.
Molly Kern brought this up on the show when she talked about after Ray Rice, the Ravens implemented a zero tolerance policy.
Okay.
So now they're in a position, even though the allegations haven't been proven in anything, zero tolerance. So they're going to have to make some kind of decision
One way or the
with
other.
this situation. Like if I'm the Ravens, I pull Justin Tucker aside and I let him know, look, this is the game we have to play, the PR game. We may have to suspend you indefinitely until the investigation is finished, and then we bring you back.
Yeah,
Well, see, hey,
team or something like that. Yeah. I feel
and this is what I was thinking. It comes at a real prurient time right now where I think the Ravens should move on from Justin Tucker anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, because Justin Tucker has not been the Justin Tucker the last 2 years that we have known Justin Tucker to be.
This might explain it, though. He may have known that these things were coming.
Right.
Once your mind is fucked up, you can't,
And just like you said,
Somebody-
this gives the NFL this gives the Ravens the reason to say, look, we're not going to continue your contract no more. We're going to move on, and you take the route of Ray Rice. So it's like, it just comes up at a weird time. You know what I'm saying? It just comes up at a real weird time.
I was talking to my daughter, and she said that somebody told her midway through the season that Justin Tucker was going through this issue was coming up. Right? And so now, it hit the fan. So maybe I don't know what what if it's a coincidence or who's behind this stuff, but
it's never a coincidence.
Well, your daughter's on point, because the Baltimore Banner, the way they got the lead is because one of the women had posted it on social media years ago that this had been going on with Tucker, but it never picked up no steam. So one of the people at the Banner overheard this and started investigating. So they started reaching out to the women via social media, and then they started getting them to come forward with their story. So it's been out there on social media on the low. And
and he got banned from the spot.
Yeah, of course.
Like how many times do you go and get banned?
Yeah,
that's the crazy part about it. You get banned.
That's what they been acting a damn fool. They got a ban.
Yeah, 2 places said that, but he denies it. But 2 places said that. Yeah.
See,
you can't come back.
That goes to what Clayton just said when he said that like if you have an addiction, like that addiction had you compromising yourself and putting you. That it's crazy that I don't know what they can do, like to get these guys help before they get to the point where they out there actually putting themselves in this position or harming people. That's just a crazy situation altogether.
But see, but it's like this though. That type of addiction, like they don't ask for help until they get caught doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Until something comes about that changes their situation, their lifestyle. That's when the help is needed.
Yeah. Also, your reasoning isn't on par. So now you're justifying what you're doing, making it seem like it's okay. It's serving you in some kind of way. It's helping you cope with some stuff. It's just like a drug addict, right? The stresses of the day. I'm going to turn to this to ease that pain, or I'm going to do this to quiet that noise in my head. So you start reasoning with it, and you don't even think it's a thing where you need help. You think it's helping you.
Yeah.
Look at you went to that psychological points. I like that.
No, but I'm just saying, all you have is your own experience. So, I don't have no problem with it because I understand what it did for me. So I'll share that. But that's just my perspective from it. A lot of times you think it's helping you.
Yeah, one of the hardest things to do is be honest with yourself.
Oh, yeah. And see, that's where most of the time that's how you succeed anyway, because you need honesty and you need self-control. Most people think it's about controlling other people, but it's a big enough job to control yourself. You know what I mean? Once you control yourself, then you don't need, there's no need to control other people. And it's impossible anyway to control other people.
That's what I'm about to say. Trying to control other people and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's just
interesting.
Interesting when you see these football players get into these positions, like the situation. Remember Kellen Winslow? What's it? Kellen Winslow Jr. Like when it came out about like some of the crazy stuff he was doing.
So Clayton, do you think that was an addiction?
If the allegations is true, yeah, because he compromised himself.
No, I'm not talking about Kellen Winslow. He in jail now.
Remind me of his situation. I know he in jail, but remind me.
He had a few like sexual assaults where he sexually assaulted a couple women. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Yeah, that had been going on. Then it come out when he was down to you. He had some I guess you could say near misses, lack of a better term. I guess a couple near misses when he was down at the U when he played ball down there. You know, because like you say, a lot of stuff start coming out now. Once you know they've been held accountable, man, a lot of stuff start coming out, his behavior and stuff. And I was just asking, like, do you think that was like an addiction type thing, man? You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you know what I mean? That was weird, man. That was weird, Mike.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about him in a while, man. But yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, when you talking rape, violence, all these things, like everything as human beings, we search for stimulation. So it's almost like when a person, first time they pull a trigger with a handgun, right? Now they get trigger happy. They become addicted to the sensation of that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever was going on with Kellen, he became, and once it's repeated behavior, you chasing that stimulation. You chasing that feeling you get from it.
Right.
Yeah, because all reason go out the window. You know.
Yes.
Let me ask y'all. Let me switch gears again. Let's talk about this. Did y'all hear anything about the They said that this Super Bowl coming up is rigged already. Like the script has already been leaked. Did y'all hear about that?
I believe. I believe.
So what's the guy that Jason Kelsey? He gonna ask the girl to marry him.
Wait, I believe.
All I can say is give me the script.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah, how about that?
I don't care what the script is. Just give it to me.
Right. Yeah. I'll be going to the bank on that. It was.
So after Kansas City win next week, then Kelsey is going to marry Jason Kelsey. Going to marry the what's the singer?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he's gonna propose to her. He gonna catch the winning touchdown, and then he's gonna propose to her like in the end zone.
Yeah, wow. I believe all that.
Yeah.
Now I believe it's scripted, but I don't think that'd be the one. You know, we find out after the fact. It's almost like what Jim said to me earlier. These things come out after the fact, so I don't know if that's going to play out. You know, so yeah, but it's interesting.
So now, with that being said, though, what y'all think about? Like, what are y'all predictions for Kansas City and Philadelphia next week? Like, I'm just going to say, how you think the game going to play out?
I'm just going to say this. I believe the winner is going to be determined by either Chris Jones or Jalen Carter. Whichever one of those two disrupts the game, that's going to determine the game.
So if they don't disrupt, Philly win, you think?
If neither one disrupts, I think if neither one disrupts, I think the Chiefs win. Yeah. Only because, because Saquon does his thing, but the thing with Saquon is he's explosive, so they score fast off his runs. They don't just grind it out, eat the clock. And then Patrick has a way, and the Chiefs offense has a way of dinking and dunking to eat the clock. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it'll come down to Kansas City might have time of possession on their side, and they might edge them out. But I just think one of those guys is going to disrupt the game.
Yeah. I think that, I think you're right. If that offensive line that you've been talking about for the Eagles get a chance to dominate that game, I think it's going to be hard for Kansas City to three-peat with that offensive line just out there just beating up on Kansas City, you know.
But they can't score fast. They can't score fast.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And so
I'm just saying sometimes they ain't got no choice though, because Saquon is just dramatic.
He just
I mean, he had 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, 60 yards against
Washington. So if they score fast, if the Eagles score fast, then they're gonna have to score often. You know what I mean?
Right. Because Kansas City can put up the same points.
Right.
Kansas City can put up the same points.
Yeah.
We've seen this script before, and it's almost like every year Chiefs go in, and at halftime, I'd put money on it. Halftime they'll be down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see what happens in the second half.
Yeah.
Hey, gentlemen, I gotta go. Duty calls.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure.
Hey, I will see you guys Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm sitting this Super Bowl out, man. I'm sitting it out. I'm setting it out, man. I'm setting it out, man. I mean, I'm setting it out, man. This is my own personal protest, man. I'm setting it out.
Man.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be in here watching reruns of Good Times with the father on it, man. I ain't watching that stuff, man.
So you gotta peep it, man, because you gotta come and discuss it on the show.
The only thing I say about the thing, man, I won't go as far as maybe say it's rigged. I might not go that far, but I've never seen game-changing calls go against Kansas City.
Mhm.
I never saw game-killing drive calls go against them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It always tends to be in their favor. You know what I mean? Now, like you say, like man say, ain't nothing a coincidence. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just seemed odd that way to me.
Yeah.
That nothing, you know, man, pass interference, man, you know, they wiping the touchdown off, they turn the ball over on downs or whatever the case. Now, that game against Buffalo, man, get out of here. That was Buffalo's fault. 100%, man. They had that running back. I don't even know that dude. That dude running for almost 7 yards a carry, man. And they don't give him the ball. They run them quarterback sneak stuff. And they squash that, man. Everybody knew it was happening.
Same play. Same play.
Right. Everybody knew it was happening, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't turn and hand the ball to that dude one time in them situations. Yeah. So Buffalo, they brought that on themselves. I'm not even going to that. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Even if they give Josh that first down, right? But even that he didn't get the first down, Josh got the ball, time on the clock. They was only down 3. The Buffalo offense, you got to go down there and make that play. But when Patrick and them is in that position, they go down and make it.
Well, that separates. That's why I don't think Josh Allen is on the level of a Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you want. If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you know what I'm saying, teammate or whatever, you want the ball and your best player's hand at the end of the game, you go make something happen. For him not to do that, and if you remember, was that a couple years ago against Cincinnati, it was the same thing. And he wasn't able to do it. You know what I mean? So,
but I give him some credit because one time he did do it. He just left 30-something seconds on the clock, and then Patrick answered. But I will say this: I give a lot of credit to Spagnuolo because Josh was moving. That timely blitz on 4th and 5, he waited. He waited all game. And he did it, and he came from a position he wasn't even looking for it from.
That coaching on the other side, though, is that lack of detail on Buffalo's side where they should have been prepared for that?
Well, he came, but I mean, you could say that, but he disguised that blitz so beautiful. The corner came off the edge, and he didn't show that look. He hadn't showed that look all game. You know what I mean? So he could have been in the formation that he was in before, but he never showed that. So now you're in a formation, you're anticipating something else. And all of a sudden, here comes this free runner, speed Josh up. He got to get rid of the ball. He tried to get it out there. The guy almost caught it, but
that's the great thing about Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Even still under that in conditions, still put it on the money. I give him. I mean, he
gave his guy a chance. Yeah. He gave his guy a chance. Yeah.
He's not Pat, but he's up there.
No.
In the league. He's elite.
Yeah. So like I said, I give Spag a lot of credit. We got to keep in mind and remember, man, this is the same guy that derailed the New England Patriots undefeated season. He had the Giants. He was running blitzes. They was hitting Tom Brady all game in that Super Bowl, that first one. And you know, they pulled it out. Spags, that's what he does, man. You know. Yeah.
I'm going Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs by 2 points.
You going for Chiefs? How much? 2 points?
2 points.
Oh, okay.
What you been saying, Tom?
I said I ain't a fan. I'm a contrarian. I ain't giving no But that defense is playing lights out, though. That defense is playing lights out. You got that defense is playing lights out, man. They really.
So Tom, let me ask you this, because me and Clayton and Jim, we spoke about this last week, right? if Patrick gets a third ring, does this make him the GOAT?
This would be his fourth.
Yeah. I mean, but if he three-peat, if this would be his fourth ring and he three-peat, will this make him the GOAT?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think it's Tom Brady, and just under the conditions, look at it this way, right? All four championships. Say you get this one, he had four. All four championships, he's been tied to Andy Reid, right? He's been tied to Andy Reid. The mere fact that Brady went down to another team under a different regime, and still was able to win, and still able to beat Patrick Mahomes on the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To beat Patrick Mahomes on the way to his 7th championship and that Super Bowl. I think that's what separates.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Patrick Mahomes got to get 7 to become, you know what I'm saying, the greatest ever. I don't think he got to surpass Tom in that aspect.
Yeah.
But I don't think this make him. But people say he was the greatest. He threw his first touchdown pass. Everybody saying he's the best ever then. So, you know what I mean? That's you know, people get that and run with it. And once it's attached to you, that's what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. He threw his first, first down in the NFL. Boy, he's the greatest ever. That's it. Put his Hall of Fame jacket on. You know what I mean? All that. You know what I mean? So. You crazy, man.
Yo, man. I love how you express it, man.
You know what I mean? The greatest ever. Oh, we never seen nothing like this before in our life. Oh man, this. You know what I mean? I don't buy it to all that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you. I think I think Patrick Mahomes, even though that'd be big time, he still got some more to show. You know, right. I think it's still early. My opinion. I just think it's still early, right? But,
let me ask Tonk a question. So, what separates Tom Brady's the way he plays the position? What separates him from Patrick?
I think Tom Brady, his attention to detail. He's able to rally everybody, get everybody on the same page, get everybody dialed in. I think that's a testament to him and his knowledge of the game, stickler for X's and O's and execution, things like that. I think Patrick Mahomes, in his case, he has all the physical abilities and probably a better athlete than Tom. But I think when it comes to a lot of X's and O's and things like that, he relies a lot on Coach Reid to handle that part of it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though Tom and I'll say Detroit. Tom in New England had a defensive minded coach who paid more attention to that side of the ball. And Tom worked with his coordinators real closely and things like that. But I think that's what would separate that, or that would be the difference. I don't even want to say it's a separation. To me, that just would be the difference how I would look at the two of those. And without taking anything from Patrick, man, because I think he's elite talent, man. I mean, as far as spinning the ball, man, you don't have many that can spin the ball like he does, man. And even though his numbers been down the last couple seasons, man, the boy can play. You know what I mean? And that's almost like the biggest compliment you can give somebody, man. He can play. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I just don't like, man. And I guess it's kind of like the you know what I'm saying, that I grew up watching and stuff. People wasn't crowned until basically pretty much their career was over. They wasn't crowned, you know, in the middle of it or at the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see your finished body of work, and then we can say if you're the best, top 5, you know what I mean, top 10 or whatever. So
I agree to an extent, but in the middle of Jordan's career, we all knew.
Yeah.
But he was the first one.
Yeah.
No one else crowned the best ever while they was playing except Mike. Now, if I'm wrong, man, please educate me. You know what I'm saying? I might not.
See, I'm gonna pull out the hockey card too, because that was the same way with Gretzky. We all knew.
Got it. Gretzky, crazy, man. That stuff he did was crazy though, man. That was
Well, let me say this though. Like I think, and because I agree with Tunk, right? That he need that Mahomes need to put in, you know, a little bit more time, because basically when you describe when you describe Patrick Mahomes, besides the physical talents, you describing Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like leader, you know, attention to detail, and then you talk about like how clutch both up. You know, one is you describing both players, right? That's why I just think that you know, I just think that Pat need probably just a little bit more time. But other than that,
well, I see Pat like I see Barry Sanders.
mm-hmm.
And Barry Sanders was incredible. I've never seen a running back run the ball like him. And he had a short career, but despite that short period of time, you just never saw that before, his talent at playing that position. Now, who wins more titles, who wins more championships? To me, that's a testament who's on better teams and who has better coaching and who has great defenses and things of this nature. But what Patrick Mahomes does, how he plays quarterback, I've never seen anybody better. Never. And I'll give Dan Marino the top 5 mention. I'll give Aaron Rodgers even his talent. I'll put him in the conversation, things of this nature. But Brady, all-time greatest winner. He was a great quarterback, I think, early in his career. And you got to give Daniels, that offensive coordinator, a lot of credit. And you got to give the New England Patriots organizations a lot of credit. Never had a lot of superstars. Guys did their job, played their role. Early years, the defense really carried them. You know, he managed things. And at some point, he did start implementing his own thing inside of the game plan, sitting down with the coaches and things like that. So I give him a lot of credit for that. But to me, Patrick is manipulating defenses and reading defenses and checking out of plays and making great decisions. I mean, this kid is phenomenal, man.
And manipulating refs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's part of your genius, baby. You gotta, you know what I mean? That's why I give Belichick so much credit. It takes a genius to come up with a cunning way to cheat. It really does.
or at least step close to the edge.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It takes a genius, man.
You're right.
Yeah, like I said, I just think that when we describe Patrick Mahomes, we describing Tom Brady, you know, especially like when it comes to like, except for the physical attributes, but when it comes to like the mental part of the game, what was the guy? Joe Montana just said that in his opinion that
Dan Marino
was the, you know what I mean,
greatest quarterback of all time.
So look, if Joe Montana thinks that Dan Marino is the greatest quarterback to ever live, and I don't know enough about the position, whereas though it qualifies me to say, you know what I mean? Like Joe Montana played, Joe Montana won 4 Super Bowls. All I know is if, you know what I mean, like a touch, I don't know, like I said, I don't know enough about the game. I just, you know, so Joe Montana, to me, that just holds a lot of stock. And you know what I mean? If Joe Montana say, well, Dan Marino was that dude.
And Mike, you do have enough. Don't sell yourself short. Like, you might not know as much about the position as them, but you have a preference.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
So all you saying is to you, you know, far as you go, you think Tom's the GOAT. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. You're not trying to speak for everybody. You're just saying, to me, he's the GOAT. So, you know, don't sell yourself short. Yeah.
I mean, but like if I'm sitting at a table with Joe Montana, he tell me that dude is the GOAT. I mean, that's gonna carry some weight. That's, you know, that's just like if you're a basketball player and Mike Krzyzewski tell you, you know, you ready for the league, then it's a good chance you're ready for that league.
Right. My nature, though, I'm sitting with Joe. He say that, I'm gonna ask him questions. I'm gonna say, well, what about this that Pat do? What, you know, I'm gonna ask him questions.
Right. Yeah. Because you want to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna break that down. Yeah.
Like why? And see, that's what I wish that like that came with more context. Like, why do you feel like, you know, like Dan Marino is the greatest? Especially
I think I'm not speaking for Joe Montana, not at all, but I think Joe Montana actually being on on the opposite sideline, you know what I'm saying, and seeing what he's doing against defense that was allowed to almost decapitate the quarterback at the time.
Yeah.
Dan Marino was not an athlete at all. Dan Marino moved inside the pocket, stepped up, stepped to the side. You know what I mean? He wasn't a running quarterback like Elway was. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? He couldn't really escape the pocket. So to stand in there and deliver the ball and take shots like that, I think that played a part in, you know what I'm saying, why Dan Marino. And then he could spin it, man. Dan,
He could spin it.
Man. He still wanted, you know, a lot of people say Mahomes, a lot of people say Aaron Rodgers. Man, Dan is probably one of the best throwers of the football, man, that I've seen. The actual throwers of the football, man. Ball placement and all that type of stuff, man. And you always want to bring, I do it all the time too, bring them guys into this era, and what would they be like? You know what I mean? If you brought Dan to this era, if you brought an Elway to this era, or Montana to this era, whereas though, man, before long, they're going to be putting them red jerseys on quarterbacks in games like they do in practice. They're going to be putting red jerseys on quarterbacks like they do in practice, man. And then, like, what they like, how much success would they have? You know, when they're not allowed to be really touched at all. You know what I mean?
Dan Marino.
And in the middle of the field is wide. I'm sorry, Jim.
No, I was just going to say Dan Marino would have at least 2 rings in this era.
No doubt.
Yeah, that guy. To this day, nobody gets it out faster than Dan Marino.
The release was crazy. Man. When he what's the name? And they blitzed him like almost the whole game against the Bears that year on Monday night when the Bears was had that 46 defense. They blitzed him almost every
all night. Yeah. And what he did? Carved them up.
They didn't even touch him.
Yep. They was giving them layups, man. Just from you talking about reading the defense fast, processing fast.
They one-on-one on the edges. All you gotta do is beat him. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah, Buddy Ryan was bringing the house every round. He was bringing the house, man. So
yeah. And to me, besides the Ravens, even though the Ravens went down as giving up the least amount of points in history, that 2000 defense, to me, that Bears defense was the best all time.
Yeah.
And for Dan Marino to beat them with no running game at all.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. No, he run the ball. Right. That's another.
That's crazy.
No, he run the ball. I think even the year he passed for what was that, 48, 49 touchdowns, his second year in the league when he went to the Super Bowl, won MVP. I think he rusher ever in his whole career was 700 yards. The most a running back ever rushed. But Marino was quarterback was like 700 yards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he bad boy. So
ain't no question, man. So you know that's why I said it before. It's so hard to compare eras, man. It's so hard to compare eras, man. It really is, man. It really is.
This dude in '84, this dude threw for 5,000 yards.
Say the year
48 touchdowns.
Say the year again.
84.
40 years ago. Yeah, I mean, 40 years ago, man. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. And that's, you know, like, you just imagine, like, they didn't let Terry Bradshaw played on 4 Super Bowl winning teams, and they ain't let him throw that nowhere near as much as they let Marino throw.
You know, Steelers ran the ball back then. You know, Frank Rocky Bradshaw. They ran the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Bradshaw had that acrobat out there, Lynn Swan. Then he had Stallworth. Then he had Dupree, tight end. And so they was carrying Bradshaw. Bradshaw could throw that ball up, you know.
Yeah,
he didn't have to be as athlete.
I don't know about being accurate and all that. He's had a big arm. You know what I'm saying?
He had a big arm. Yeah, he had a big arm. Yeah. And he was a risk taker. He was a riverboat gambler. He throw that ball up.
There ain't no question. Yeah, ain't no question. Yep.
And he was tough. Bradshaw was tough too.
Yeah, he was.
He was tough.
Yeah.
I didn't like him because I was a Dallas Cowboy fan then, but he was tough.
Yeah, I always dig Terry Bradshaw.
Me too.
Yeah, I always dig Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. Mike, real quick, man. I had the wrong Dallas wing player. I thought Satu would go, but it wound up being Natasha Howard forward.
Oh yeah.
I thought it'd be Satu, but definitely somebody from Dallas.
Yeah.
That was a big trade. Yeah.
Women's college basketball is getting ready to get thick too.
Yep. I'm watching today at 1:30. USC Iowa. Y'all know I'm a Kate and Clark groupie, so You know, I gotta watch that game for her jersey retirement.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got the jersey today?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's today. But Juju playing though, so I definitely want to see that.
I look, man. I saw on the what's the name? Real quick, I ain't gonna hold anybody up too long. On the group chat not too long ago, y'all was saying something about Caitlin Clark not playing in something, or she decide.
She declined it.
Okay, so and I was asking, was that a good thing or a bad thing? Run it down to me. What is it? What is it? Run it down to me.
Well, the NBA wanted her to come do what Sabrina did last year, shooting the 3-point contest on All-Star Weekend.
Okay.
Right, but she declined it because she was saying that, you know, her first time she wants to do it is for the W. So in other words, she's trying to uplift the women's game more so than let them use her and her viewership and her eyes to help that league. Yeah,
that's one of the gimmicks that NBA trying to do to get the fans in, because they know they hurting, man. The NBA man, their viewership is hurting. So this one of the things. So
Let me ask y'all though, real quick. Is that a bad thing though for the NBA to want to like piggyback off of Caitlin Clark's success? Is that a bad thing?
Because they need her. They need her fans. They need her. So they ain't a bad thing, you know, business wise on the NBA side.
Not a bad thing, man.
Yeah. So I would say that's bad.
And it's more of a statement on where the NBA really is.
Yep.
We haven't talked about it, but this this whole tournament thing with the All-Star game, man, that just seems weird.
They scrapped it, Jim. They scrapped it.
They scrapped it?
They doing East-West. They doing East-West.
They doing East-West again?
Yeah, they already named the starters. They doing East-West.
No, they starters, but they're still no. They named the starters. And then Kenny and Shaq and they're doing the whole pick 'em. And then they're going to have those eight player teams, 3 8-player teams, and the rookies are it's going to be the 4 teams that are playing.
Instead of the rookies and sophomore, they doing like a four team tournament thing. Oh, I see.
And the pool of players that they're pulling from are that they do the East-West All-Stars pick.
Oh, and they still doing it.
And then Kenny and Shaq and I forget
who.
Yeah.
See, when I saw them name the starters, I thought they done away with that.
No, they're still doing it.
I didn't even hear about that. I didn't even hear about them doing like a Final Four type thing or nothing. I didn't hear about that.
And here's the other weird thing. I'm gonna have to figure out if I like this or not. I'm gonna watch it and see if I like it. But so those 4 teams, right? When they break it up, they'll have 2. You know, it's 14 tournament, but it's the 8 players on each team. It's not a full game. It's just the first team to hit 40 points.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
First to 40, like so. First to 40, that's the winner, and then they play the winner of the other team. Yeah, I see.
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about that, man. That just tell you how I ain't dialed into the NBA at all, man.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about that. Okay, and they're gonna do all that on All-Star Saturday. They're gonna do all this on All-Star Saturday. Okay.
Even the game?
But no, you know the All-Star game is Sunday.
Okay,
the game is always Sunday. You know what I mean? But all the other stuff, you know how they do the.
So they're gonna use Saturday to determine the final game on Sunday.
I'm not sure if it's all in one day or if it's Saturday and Sunday.
I think it all might be one day, Clay, because they only going to 40. So they only really essentially playing 2 games. You know, the winner of it all is going to be playing 2 games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they probably do it. You know what I'm saying? And then, because I think Sunday game will be just reserved for the regular All-Star game. You know what I mean? But like I said, I ain't tuned in, so I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But that's a lot going on, man, because they got to do some stuff Friday. They do stuff Friday, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Still got the dunk contest, right? Do they still have that, or they took that out?
Yeah, they named the dunkers. Yeah.
Okay. So they still got the dunk contest. They still got the 3-point contest. You know what I'm saying? They still got the skills competition. You know?
See, Now, I don't know how true this is, but I heard Gil Arenas saying back in the day when Mike and them did it, the NBA was designating them guys to do it. Where now they have a choice. I don't know how true that is, but I would love to see where this dunk contest, John Morant should be in it. Anthony Edwards should be in it. Like some of these young flyers, even that guy that won a couple of years ago, what's his name? Levine or something?
Zach Levine.
Zach Levine. You know, it should be some of these because John Morant, he's incredible in the air.
And you know what, man? They made it like a winner take all. Let's say like it's $1 million winner take all. You probably have more people, you understand, in it. You know what I'm saying? You have probably, but see the veterans like Zach already won it a couple times, so he probably like, nah, man, I had my time, whatever. I ain't gonna do it. I'm a veteran now. Yeah. I've been in the league 8 years or however long he been in. I ain't gonna do it. But like young guys like Ja, Anthony Edwards, and them, yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, man, I want to see that. Yeah.
Anthony Edwards never did it.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't believe so. How many years he been in the league now?
I don't know.
5, maybe 6, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's around 5.
Yeah.
But I think that I think that LeBron James ushered this era of not competing in that dunk contest. But also I think that LeBron James he more of a power dunker than like a know what I mean, like style
dunk contest. It would be hard, but we ain't like no creative dunker.
Right,
right. Creative dunker like a Ja Morant or something like that. And my man, he was in it one year. He ain't do well. My man down in Houston, that be flying, dunking on everybody all the time. What's his name, Mike?
Jalen Green?
Yeah, Jalen Green. He was in it one year. He ain't do well, though. Yeah, he ain't do well in it.
Okay.
Yeah, he more like an in-game dunker, man, because he be like, whoa, he make you jump out your seat sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. Interesting.
Yeah. But to be honest, though, getting back to Caitlin Clark, I wish she had competed in this. I wish she had competed in this 3-point contest, though. I know she.
Tell why you think so.
Because I think it would have been good for the league. It would have been a good look for her. Like everything, I understand her point that they want her first game to be, her first look to be with the WNBA. But the NBA been carrying her for 30 years. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if it wasn't for the NBA carrying the WNBA for all that time, she wouldn't even have this opportunity. She'd be playing overseas.
So you think it's like a way
that's a good point.
In a way, like just a way to give back, so to speak, Mike. You know what I'm saying? You look at it like that.
It's her way of showing allegiance. You know what I mean? And I like her mindset with showing allegiance to her, to her contemporaries, the young ladies that she's playing with. So she always seemed to go out her way to be like, look, I'm one of y'all, and I dig that about her. I think that's a good move. So I can't knock her for not playing in it. And wanting to, like I said, show her allegiance to her contemporaries in the league and respect. That's something like you would have seen, like the Michael Jordan and Tom Brady would take that type of approach. When it comes to participating and showing her allegiance to her contemporaries. So I get that part of it. But I did, my own selfish reasons though. I wanted to see her go up against Clay and Steph with Sabrina Ionescu.
And just think about this too, Mike, to add to that. This is the first time the Indiana's franchise is hosting the WNBA All-Star.
Right.
She's trying to bring all that to that area, to that fan base, to everything. So if she competes in the W, it loses some of the luster, because you've seen it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just my own little self.
No, I feel you. I was a little bit taken back too when I saw it. I was like, I was all ready for it. Like, okay.
Because to be honest, I think that Sabrina Ionescu and Caitlin Clark, they can be tough to beat, like in a 3-point contest. Yeah. Anytime she's shooting 50 out of 54.
The other night I watched Sabrina Ionescu the other night. The Unrivaled thing. Dog, she was pulling up threes, man, like they was free throws, man. I'm serious.
Hey, quick question for y'all. Is that 3-point line in the W, is that closer than it is in the NBA?
No.
I think it is closer. It's not closer?
No.
I didn't know.
No. Yeah. Only difference is the ball.
It's the ball.
But that line is the line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
And you know, she shoot
Makes sense.
both of them shoot logo threes anyway, though. You know what I
Anyway.
mean? So
Yeah.
it don't matter
Yeah.
where you put the line at, 'cause
Yeah.
they way behind the line anyway.
Anyway.
You know. But look, before we get out of here, let me ask y'all this question though. Did y'all hear Angel Reese got caught over her in the huddle saying that Sabrina Nescu can't guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I saw the clip. I saw the clip
Big
and
deal
heard
or,
it.
or not a big deal to you, Clayton?
That wasn't no big deal to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal either.
That wasn't no big deal.
I told Mikey this morning, and you know, as a basketball player, you in the huddle and you talking about the other team.
Always. Yep.
That's always, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
That's all that was.
Coach. Yeah, you say the other coach can't coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'll go in the huddle, be like, feed me the ball, man. This chick can't guard me. You know that.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't no big deal to me.
Yeah, that ain't no big deal, man. Yeah,
But she got it. I think it wasn't a good look, her getting ejected in our rival league.
Yeah. I thought
She
that
got
was a
ejected.
questionable call, though. I thought it was a questionable call because he could have been waving at the other young lady, you know. But
yeah.
I don't like them getting put out like that because the people there to see, you know, you want to see Angel Reese. You ain't worried about the ref or the call. Swallow the whistle, swallow your pride. You know,
just let them play, yeah. But I think it's because she yelled at the ref or something after the call or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, South Carolina on now, Mike. They getting ready to play.
Yeah. Who they playing?
Auburn. It's an SEC matchup.
Okay. Yeah. Who did South Carolina play? One game, man. That UCL, that Notre Dame team, man. Them two girls at Notre Dame is not playing.
They ain't playing. They not playing. But I'm gonna tell you, man, we slept on the girl Betts for UCLA. I forgot she was so big from last year.
Yeah.
Yo, UCLA is, man, they formidable, Jack.
I'm glad that football coming to an end, man. I just want to this college basketball, man.
Yeah.
Especially the women's college basketball is gonna be tough. It's
gonna be tough.
Yeah. But
I just looked it up. The NBA All-Star weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So All-Star semifinal 1 is on Saturday at 8:20 Eastern, or Sunday 8:20 Eastern. Semifinal 2 is 9:10 Eastern, and then the championship follows right after it at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Oh wow!
Sunday night. All games are on Sunday.
All 3 games.
So when is the regular All-Star game?
This is it.
This
That's
is
what
it.
I'm saying. This is it.
This is it.
Wow.
This is that format that they're
This
doing.
is the format that they go by now. That's
We're trying
crazy.
it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
So the last game gonna tip at 10 o'clock at night, Sunday.
That's
Okay. All right. Okay.
You know what I think though, the NBA probably gonna have to do to make that All-Star game more exciting instead of all these tricks and the mirrors and the smoke and stuff. They're gonna have to take that 3-point shot out of that game, I'm telling you, and make it a more, you know what I mean, just to get it to people more competitive.
What if you push it back, Mike? What if you push it back like 5 feet?
If you put that 3-point line to the half-court line, the people just gonna start shooting from there. They gonna get a rebound at one end and just turn around and they gonna shoot wherever you get it. You know what I mean?
You're right, though. You're right. If the line on there, they gonna shoot from the line. They don't care if it's in the parking lot.
They gonna shoot. So and just do away with that 3-point shot, and
I bet you'll see some better basketball.
Yeah, because
you'll see some better basketball.
It's a low shot anyway.
You don't think so, Clayton? You don't think so?
No, because even if you ain't shooting the threes, the players are still just walking down the lane. Guys is getting out their way. They just throwing it up, and yeah. I mean that's one thing to start with, Mike. Removing that, but they just not competing real hard, you know.
Yeah, but look, Clayton, if you don't have to defend against that 3-pointer, then where you going to be at? You're going to be in that lane. You'll be closer to that basket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you protecting a higher percentage shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you letting them come though. See, the thing is not, just the spacing on the floor and where you at. They are allowing each player, allowing the other player to do their thing.
Yeah.
So they gotta want to win the game.
I even saw they say the last 3 minutes of the half and the last 3 minutes of the game, don't no 3-point shots count.
That's cool.
They all 2-point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
how do you make these guys want to win the game? That's the key. In Major League Baseball, they put an incentive on it. Whichever side win, East or West, that conference, when they get to the World Series, will have home field advantage.
They still do that? They still do that?
No,
I don't know, but they went to that at one point.
I remember,
yeah. I think they took that back. Yeah. I remember though. I remember.
Yeah. So that's my only thing. Want them wanting to win.
Hey y'all, Panama Queen want to know if y'all watching that Pro Bowl.
I probably won't. Isn't it flag football?
Yeah.
It should be. It should be. If it's not, it should be.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's flag.
I don't mind watching flag football though. I don't mind watching flag football.
It's cool. Yeah.
I just like the skills part of it. You know what I mean? Hit the target on the golf cart going down the seam. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I do like the skills competition.
Yeah, I like stuff like that, man. We got to throw the ball the furthest and things like that. Yeah.
That's why I don't mind watching the flag football, because I just, you know what I mean? I like the speed of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? The wide receivers and the quarterback accuracy and stuff like that. So if ain't no danger in them really getting hurt besides like maybe a pulled muscle or sprained ankle. Then, I think the NFL can get away with something like that. You know what I mean? Whereas though the NBA can't do that. You know what I mean? You just can't have a track race on that basketball court and think that people gonna like to watch that.
I think so many people are tuned out right now, man. And they got to do something drastic. Like you said, this game that they doing for the All-Star game, they got to do something drastic to try to get the fans back in the fold, man. So many people that took a step back, man. I'm a lifelong NBA fan, man. I don't even watch the games no more, man. I don't even watch the games no more.
Yeah.
Whatever I don't catch on highlights, man, I don't see.
Who is Clarissa Shields fighting? When's she fighting, Jim?
I'm not sure. I mean, that was time jumped in with that.
That was time. Okay. Yeah, Clarissa Shields, though. I seen she had a weigh-in, and then I seen what's the rapper guy? Papoose was at the weigh-in with her. That's some more. Maybe that should be some more content for me. Papoose. She showed up. Papoose. Oh, she fight tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Danielle Perkins.
Okay,
Danielle Perkins.
I know she talks that talk though, Clarissa.
Yeah, she did. She did talk that talk.
I was disappointed, but her and Layla had their little beef. I was a little disappointed.
I felt the same way. Because I was like,
because she was idolized at one point, and then it became that, So
yeah. I was hoping that Layla
talking about fighting again.
Who?
Yeah.
Because Layla was talking about fighting again. That's when they got into that back and forth.
Yeah, I don't want Layla to go back and fight.
Yeah, me.
Not at all.
It ain't a good look. You know what I mean? Like when George Foreman did it, but for Layla Ali to go back in the ring and then she gonna be trying to get her own grill and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? So, man.
The Layla Ali toaster.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that movie called When We Were Kings?
Yes. One of my favorite movies.
One of my favorite.
I never watched it.
You gotta watch that, Mike. Oh my God!
Somebody was telling me to check it out, but I never checked it out. Yeah,
you gonna love Muhammad Ali even more.
Yeah.
My God, yes. Yeah.
Growing up, Muhammad Ali was one of my heroes.
Yes.
That dude, and because my stepfather and I used to watch all those fights when I was little, and man, I fell in love with boxing because of Muhammad Ali. Two guys helped me really fall in love with boxing: Muhammad Ali and Marvin Hagler.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that was my guy Marvin. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Tump
Yeah.
froze up?
No.
Yeah, Tump froze up.
Oh, he did freeze up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can talk fighting all day long, man.
Not bad. I caught that the other morning, Jim. I was up about 4 in the morning, and it was on one of the Pluto. I actually used to have that DVD, but I was watching it again, man, and it took me back.
I had the videotape.
Yeah. Of the fight itself.
No.
Oh, We Were Kings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that on VCR, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won the fight last night?
What's that?
Who won the fight last night? It was a fight
Izzy-
last night.
Yeah, Izzy got knocked out.
Really? I knew it wasn't gonna go the distance. I knew it wasn't gonna go the distance.
Yeah. Adesanya got knocked out, man, and he was a favorite.
Hey. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm about to go,
Yep.
gents, man. Good talking to y'all,
Yep.
man.
Time to
Yeah,
sign off, man.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one, man.
Hey
You
man,
too,
I
bro.
appreciate y'all. Appreciate
Yeah.
everybody who tuned in. Panama Queen time. Who else? Who else I saw here? I forgot. Well, everybody who tuned in, participate in the chat.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Why not? That's
Go
the
ahead,
one.
Jim.
It was Why Not was the screen name.
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. And make sure to like and subscribe. You know, definitely make sure to like and subscribe.
Mhm.
We'll probably be back next Saturday. Oh yeah, because the Super Bowl is Sunday.
Yep.
We get to make our last minute predictions then.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right.
Well, we had Saturday and Sunday.
All right.
Just in
I
case
got
of injury,
I got
last-minute injury.
Hour on Fox, so I'm out.
All right, Clay.
I'm getting ready to go.
See y'all,
Yeah,
man.
I'm getting ready to go send them some vibes, man. I'm gonna go be a Clarkie. I'm gonna be a Clarkie today.
Yeah, you need to get a jersey. You need to get a jersey.
I'd love to get one, man. But I told G-Day, man, we gotta get down to the Mystics fever. You gotta get me on that floor, bro. I don't know if you're gonna do it, but I told him I need it.
Yeah.
Man, y'all be good, man. All right.
All right, man. Y'all take it
Appreciate
easy.
y'all. Yeah.
All right,
Later.
fellas. All right, appreciate everybody who tuned in. Like I said, everybody just make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to tune in next Saturday. We're gonna do our Super Bowl predictions. Thanks, Time. Appreciate you. And yeah, we'll see y'all next Saturday. Peace.